In ancient Greek mythology, Europa was a Phoenician princess whom Zeus abducted after assuming the form of a dazzling white bull. He took her to the island of Crete, where she gave birth to Minos, Rhadamanthus, and Sarpedon. For Homer, Europe was a mythological queen of Crete, not a geographical designation. Later, Europa stood for Central North Greece, and by 500 BC, its meaning had been extended to the lands of the north. Ancient Greece is a civilization belonging to the period of Greek history lasting from the Greek Dark Ages approximately 1100 BC and the Dorian invasion to 146 BC and the Roman conquest of Greece after the Battle of Corinth. It is generally considered to be the culture which provided the foundation of Western civilization and shaped culture throughout Southwest Asia and North Africa. Greek culture had a powerful influence on the Roman Empire, which carried a version of it to many parts of the Mediterranean region and Europe. Alexander of Macedon, popularly known as Alexander the Great, was an ancient Greek king of Macedon who created one of the largest empires in the ancient history. Born in Pella in 356 BC, Alexander succeeded his father Philip II of Macedon to the throne in 336 BC after the king was assassinated and died 13 years later at the age of 32. While both Alexander's reign and empire were short-lived, the cultural impact of his conquests lasted for centuries. Alexander is one of the most well-known figures of antiquity, and he is remembered for his tactical ability, his conquest, and for spreading Greek civilization into the east. He studied under the Athenian philosopher Aristotle. Ancient Rome was a civilization that grew out of a small agricultural community founded on the Italian peninsula as early as the 10th century BC. Located along the Mediterranean Sea, it became one of the largest empires in the ancient world. In its centuries of existence, Roman civilization shifted from a monarchy to an oligarchic republic to an increasingly autocratic empire. It came to dominate southwestern Europe, southeastern Europe, and the Mediterranean region through conquest and assimilation. The Pope is the Bishop of Rome, and as such is the leader of the worldwide Catholics. The current office holder is Pope Benedict XVI, who was elected on the 19th of April 2005. The Industrial Revolution was a period from the 18th to the 19th century where major changes in agriculture, manufacturing, mining, and transport had a profound effect on the socio-economic and cultural conditions in the United Kingdom. The changes subsequently spread throughout Europe, North America, and eventually the whole world. The onset of the Industrial Revolution marked a major turning point in the human history. Almost every aspect of daily life was eventually influenced in some way. Henry Fonda was a Romanian inventor, aerodynamics pioneer, and the builder of the world's first jet-powered aircraft, the Fonda 1910. He discovered and gave his name to the Fonda effect. Airbus is an aircraft manufacturing aerospace company based in Toulouse, France. With significant activity across Europe, the company produces around half the world's jet airliners. They created the biggest passenger airplane in the world, the Airbus A380. Airbus employs around 57,000 people at 16 sites in 4 European Union countries: Germany, France, the United Kingdom, and Spain. Final assembly production is at Toulouse, France, Hamburg, Germany, and Seville, Spain. It started here. Stefano Dobleja was a Romanian scientist, godfather of cybernetics. His work had established many of the major themes of cybernetics regarding cybernetics and systems thinking 10 years before the work of Norbert Wiener was published in 1948. And now we've reached here. Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart was a prolific and influential composer of the classical era. He composed over 600 works, many acknowledged as pinnacles of symphonic, chamber, piano, operatic, and choral music. He is among the most enduringly popular of classical composers. The Beatles were an English rock band formed in Liverpool in 1960 who became one of the most commercially successful and critically acclaimed bands in the history of popular music. During their years of international stardom, the group consisted of John Lennon, Paul McCartney, George Harrison, and Ringo Starr. Although their initial musical style was rooted in 1950s rock and roll and skiffle, the group later worked with different musical genres, ranging from Tin Pan Alley to psychedelic rock. Queen were an English rock band formed in London in 1970 following the demise of the band Smile. Queen consisted of vocalist Freddie Mercury, guitarist Brian May, bassist John Deacon, and drummer Roger Taylor. The band became popular with audiences via their hit songs, live performances, originality, and showmanship. The 1985 Live Aid performances was voted as the best live rock performance of all time in industry poll. As of 2009, Queen have sold more than 300 million albums internationally. The UEFA Champions League is an annual association football cup competition organized by UEFA since 1955 for the top football clubs in Europe. It is the most prestigious club trophy in European football and is widely considered to be the most prestigious club trophy in the world.
And despite all these differences, this is where we've got. The European Union is an economic and political union of 27 member states which combined generates an estimate of 30% share of the nominal gross world product. The European Union has developed a single market through a standardized system of laws which apply in all member states, ensuring the free movement of people, goods, services, and capital. It maintains common policies on trade, agriculture, fisheries, and regional development. 16 member states have adopted a common currency, the euro. And for us, this was, is, and will be Europe.